So, welcome. Just out of curiosity, if you're interested, we're talking to our friend Brian Yarvin today on Starting Strength Radio. Brian is the author of the book you have in front of you on the table, The Plowman's Lunch and the Miser's Feast. Now, unfortunately, this is out of print, but if you can find a used copy on Amazon, you need to buy this book. Maybe enough demand will happen so that he will put it back in print, but we are going to talk about British food because, as you are well aware, this is British Food Month here at Starting Strength, and we are going to eat some British food today, and we're going to be talking about this kind of stuff all month. And we're going to surprise you with some videos and some stories and all kinds of things about British food. Now, Brian is an expert on this. He studied it extensively, and he's done more than just eat it. And if you have an opportunity to look at this book, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You did all the photography for that text, right?
Yes.
And the photography's better than the recipes. This is a beautiful book.
Thank you so much. That's very kind.
I'm surprised that it's out of print. I really am.
It's a story for a separate podcast. It really is. It's not out of print because of poor sales. It's out of print because the publisher was acquired by a British company that took all the British titles out of print just without looking at them.
Well, I wonder why they did that.
Because they wanted to replace them with their own titles.
They
get a higher royalty rate.
Right, and you don't own the copyright, so...
Well, we need a lawyer to parse that one out. I partially own the copyright.
I think you ought to hire that attorney because we might be interested in printing this book for you.
Well,
we publish books, you know.
It would be
as a matter of fact.
It would be good. I'm going to show another book if I can.
Yes, please.
I don't know if
this is the one that's currently available.
This is A World of Dumplings, and this is another book of mine. This has been in print actually for almost 15 years. And if you look inside, you will see a good set of recipes for Cornish pasties, at least 4 or 5 varieties. And I would recommend that you could go right now to Barnes & Noble or to a good bookstore, ask for World of Dumplings by Brian Yarvin. And besides a whole bunch of other recipes, you'll find pretty much the only solid Cornish pasty recipes in American measurements. And I worked hard to do that, and I think it's worth it. I love them. They're like older cousins of empanadas, and of course, empanadas began just across the water from pasties. They're close cousins, and I recommend you do that.
Well, hold the book up again so everybody can burn this into their mind. I need to get this one too. I don't have it yet. A World of Dumplings.
Right.
Now, who doesn't like dumplings? Well, stupid people don't like dumplings, so that's not going to be a problem because we have a highly educated audience, highly intelligent audience that watches this podcast. How many subscriptions do we have on YouTube now? 275,000 subscriptions on our YouTube channel. And we will we don't run the shows on the YouTube channel because I often say things that are not nice to the people at in the media who get to decide what you see and what you don't see. But we'll run a commercial on that for this episode, and we'll feature that book, and maybe we'll get you some sales of A World of Dumplings title as well.
Well, I appreciate all of it.
Good. Well, I
think your listeners will appreciate.
Oh, they will. I'm sure they will. These people like to eat things. Weightlifters like to eat. I think you'll find that they are a bunch of eating people, and I don't know if you'd call them foodies, but we're all pretty much involved in trying to get a lot more calories in than the general public does, and we like good stuff. And I think you'll find that your books are of interest to us, and we'll have to talk further about the Plowman's Lunch and see what we can do about that. Join us again on Starting Strength Radio. We had a little bit different kind of a show this time. We're going to talk about British food and food in general with our friend Brian Yarvin, who is a cookbook writer and photographer. And you'll notice that all throughout the show, there's a lot of chewing going on because we've all eaten that beautiful steak and kidney pie right there. And in fact, right now, I'm going to have the rest of it. So you guys join us this coming Friday for British Food on Starting Strength Radio.